I have my bathing robe on my lap and I look fancy on top. That's a little bit how we roll now in the digital world. But I wanted to go live for a couple of minutes because today is the release day. Yesterday we had an awesome live stream, which was a lot of fun, which was part of the road to Omega. But now we have the release. It's there. The album's out. And you guys had a chance to listen to it. So yeah, I'm here to talk a little bit about the album, my favorite songs, maybe some little anecdotes that I have from the writing and recording, just to chat a little bit with you. I have to warn you, I'm tired. I had a short night, but I'm not so tipsy like I was yesterday. I mean, that's a little bit a risk when I do live shows in the evening, that I might have had 1 or 2 glasses of red wine. So Omega Epica number 8 is released along with our latest single, The Skeleton Key. Have you guys seen the video? That's kind of a rhetorical question because I think you have. We shot the video back in July last year with Group of 13. And it was a lot of fun. It was connected to the photo shoot that we had with Tim as well. So it was a creative week. And I always enjoy doing photo shoot, video shoots. I've been posting a lot of behind the scenes. I will have a look in my archives what I have from the Skeleton Key as well. I think I have quite a lot of photos. So expect more of that soon. So let me know which country you guys are from. And what you think about the album. I mean, it's a little bit a different way of promoting the album now. A lot is going digitally. Our tour has been postponed to next year, January, together with Apocalyptica and Wheel. Somebody says, after rivers, you must forever wear blue. I don't really have a lot of blue garments in my closet, I think, except for the dress that I wore for Rivers and another blue dress. I mainly wear a lot of black or white. And we have announced some shows that we want to do that are scheduled for December this year in Brazil. And also some other shows, some festivals, fingers crossed. It's still challenging times we're living in. So I have the album safely stowed away in my closet. If I want to get it right now, I'm going to probably break down this whole build-up that I have here. Would you come to Mexico? Of course. We want to travel as soon as we can. But at the moment, it's just me in my own house. I just did a live stream with Wiki Metal Brazil. That's why I'm looking fancy now. Normally I would be already in my pajamas watching Netflix. Unglaubliches Album. Vielen Dank. We are very happy about Omega as well. The album was recorded between January and April 2020. And it's been recorded at several different locations. You might know that the main studio where we work with Joost is located in the Netherlands. But we worked with an orchestra. We recorded the orchestra in Prague. Children choir was recorded in a little church in Overlange, the Netherlands. And we had the Epica choir recorded in the studio in the Netherlands. And then Mark had to stay in Sicily to record the grunts in his closet, his clothing closet. That's where he had the best acoustic. He probably has a bigger closet than I do, because I have an IKEA closet. And if I close the door, I cannot fit a microphone in it anymore. But maybe I'll try. And I recorded my vocals somewhere close to my house as well. So I was not allowed, I couldn't travel to the Netherlands to record my vocals, what I normally do. And also the photo shoot we did with Stefan Heilemann, who did the artwork again, was shot partially in my house and partially also at the studio in the Netherlands. But a couple months later, that was, I think it was beginning of June, when we were doing the acoustic tracks for Omega Acoustic. And then Heile was taking photos of the other guys in the studio. The photos you see in the booklet were shot at the studio. The photos you see of me were shot in my house. And Mark worked with a photographer in Sicily. That's how we made it work. You have to become creative, inventive, pragmatic in these times. So let me know in the comments your favorite song from Omega. And I'll tell you mine in case you don't know. It's difficult to pick one. Yesterday Isaac already asked me to pick one and I came up with like 3-4 songs. Seal of Solomon and Rivers are your favorite songs. I think Seal of Solomon has a little bit the charm of the older Epica. The choir, the chorus is existing out of the choir. Code of Life, yeah, that's a great song. That just gets me every time. Summer Breeze 2021. I have to check my calendar. Sensorium. Well, that's ancient. That's vintage Epica. But still a cool song. The Skeleton Key, yeah, that's our 4th single that we released today, along with the release of the album. And also the video. Code of Life, yes. I love to do the atmospherical vocals for Code of Life. I just sing along like 3 to 4 times to the intro. And then Joost picks out whatever he likes the most. And it's like a little puzzle. I just do, I improvise when I record those kind of vocals. But I enjoy to do that very much. Kingdom of Heaven Part 6. I don't know which that is. I think we still have to write Kingdom of Heaven 6. So shoot with any questions before I'm like falling asleep on my desk here. And switching on Netflix. I mean, today has been just a small celebration with my in-laws. In pandemic times, we're not allowed to meet up with a lot of people in Germany. But I didn't want to let this day go by as any other ordinary day, because it is still a special day if you're releasing an album, and it's number 8, so... Synergize. Synergize was written by Isaac. I saw that during my Wiki Metal interview. Somebody asked that in the chat, but I didn't get a chance to answer that. So you can name the song, each song on the album, and I will tell you the composer. Of course, some songs have been written by a couple of guys. I mean, the whole band goes over the songs, but there's always one main composer per song. And my favorite song, I promised to tell you, is Code of Life. The album will kill the COVID. If only music could be like a vaccine, make you feel invincible, immune to any nasty virus. I did not write any song on the album. I wrote lyrics along with vocal lines. Tell us more about Twilight Reverie. That song's written by Mark, and also the lyrics are written by Mark, and it's telling you a little bit about the stage that you have right before you fall asleep, when you get the most brilliant ideas, when you're open like for messages from the universe. If I want to belly dance with Code of Life, I just read really quickly and I was like, COVID of Life. I think I'm indoctrinated by the pandemic. I read COVID everywhere now. Code of Life was written by Koen Janssen, the guy with the bad internet connection. yesterday. And I love the song since the beginning when we started sending each other ideas, demos, like the baby versions of the songs. And I loved the song since the beginning. And it reminded me a little bit of the Prince of Egypt soundtrack. And my son calls it the Egyptian song. And I think he might be right. It has definitely a touch of that. But I don't do belly dancing. No, I just I don't really dance. I do yoga, slow dance. Yeah, Synergize reminds me of Universal Death Squad. Yeah, that's because Isaac's the composer of Synergize. I actually don't recall who's the original composer of Universal Death Squad. Might have to ask the guys for that. Somebody wants to ask me something, but they only speak Spanish. I can read a little bit of Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I might have to get my partner in crime. He's studying Spanish. I don't know what that is. Fenerbahce? I don't know where that is. Brazil, a lot of people from Brazil are here. Thank you so much for joining me on this spontaneous live chat. I have to see for any questions. I saw that Epica, somebody from the band was live earlier. Let's see if I can find them. I don't know if they're still watching. See what happens. I mean, we're all excited. Today is a special day. The album's out. We've been working on the album for a long time, living up to the moment of its release. And today's finally the day. The album was originally set to be released last year, along with the European tour with Apocalyptic and Whale. But as the pandemic was growing stronger, we decided to postpone the release and also the tour. And the tour has been postponed once more, but we're still going to make it happen. And the positive thing about it is that we now have more time to practice the songs. I mean, myself, but also you guys. You have more time to practice the songs and sing along when we are finally allowed back on stage, because that's what we love to do most. I love writing songs, recording songs, but the most fun part for me would be playing live. So nobody from Epica's online anymore. I will also go put on this bathing robe, take off these gloves and get comfortable. And I'm so happy with the responses we got so far from the album. They have been very positive. And I think music is maybe even more important now than ever before, because it definitely is a great way to make you feel better. It's like an emotion enhancer, you know what I mean? And I've been listening to the new record for a long time now, especially when working out, when the gyms were still open. But yesterday I was also listening to the new album, and there's strong motivation to get back on stage and play the songs live. And a lot of people were afraid of the title of the album being Omega, which represents basically the end, but it's not the end of Epica. I just wanted to reassure you that, so you don't have to get stressed or panic about that. So I'm wrapping it up a little bit now. If anybody has one or two questions, shoot, because I'm pushing the end of this live session soon. The new album's awesome. What were the biggest challenges in releasing an album during a pandemic? Delaying the release, of course. Back in the day, we would have way more interviews face to face. Now everything has been digital. For me, the bonus of that would be more time with my family, and I could do interviews in my pajamas partially. If I have any stage outfits planned, yes, I'm working on that. I have accumulated some outfits that I want to wear live, but I'm still contemplating. It's still in process, because many of the outfits you see me wear in the videos, like Skeleton Key and also Hours of Time, were made by a Polish designer, and I do not own those clothes. So, unfortunately, because they're definitely gorgeous. How many video clips are coming for Omega? So far we released 4. I think that's quite a lot, don't you? Coming to Colombia, yes, that would be nice. I just want to travel again. I have the travel bug since a while. A song of the new album that you're looking forward to sing live. The Skeleton Key, Code of Life, Freedom, Rivers, Kingdom of Heaven. Yes. Planning to come to Mexico. Yes. Can you sing Titanic? No. My heart will go on. You love every song on Omega. Oh, thank you. It's very heartwarming to get all the lovely response from you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you. Ah, Jen. Hallo, meine Liebe. Wie geht's dir? Happy Release Day. Danke dir. Ching, ching. Wir müssen uns mal wieder treffen. Quatsch machen. Kuchen auf dem Balkon essen. Code of Life is my favorite. You have great taste. We share the same taste in music. A song to sing with Emily. Well, I'll give her a call and ask her. Guatemala, please. Yes. As I said before, we'll travel everywhere. Why didn't you translate the whole lyrics in Spanish in El Código Vital? I think it's just the choruses, and Marcela Abovio was the chosen one to translate the lyrics, and I also asked her, or sang the Spanish chorus for her so she could improve or correct my pronunciation, but she said it sounded good. So I trust her that she's not lying to me. San Luis Potosi, maybe. Code of Life, yes, Code of Life is the way to go. That's a song we listened to today as well, together with Rivers, because I don't want to bore the in-laws with the whole album. They are not metalheads, so. I've never really sung Ave Maria in total. Of course, I know the melody, but how difficult was it for me to sing in Spanish? Not so difficult. What's the inspiration behind the Skeleton Key? The song is written by Rob. I wrote the lyrics, and the working title of the song was Inception. And both Rob and I are huge movie fans. Like, we also like to go together to the cinema when we're on tour. We have kind of similar interests. We also went to the museum in Los Angeles to see the Guillermo del Toro exhibition. And Inception is one of my favorite movies, one of Rob's favorite movies. Also, the soundtrack's amazing, but the idea behind the song, and also the movie, is the many layers that you have within your dreams, and that you can navigate through them, and you can control them, and that you have your own skeleton key to open any door you like up here, and that you are basically the, how do you say, the boss of your own mind. Hans Zimmer is the best, yeah. My baby girl is 4 and she sings Freedom. My son is also singing along to the melody but making up his own lyrics. But he likes that one too. He's very good at picking up melodies and singing that melody. Brazilian caipirinhas, they're very dangerous, but I like them. If I like Star Wars, I like the soundtrack. But I'm not really a Star Wars nor Star Trek fan. Sorry. Not enough horror for me in that. And like I said before, I like Guillermo del Toro, I like Tim Burton, David Fincher, Wes Anderson movies. That's more my cup of tea, my cup of coffee. How's Vincent during the pandemic? He's okay. He's missing his friends. We have a little trampoline in the living room, driving our neighbors nuts, but he's getting a lot of exercise, and I guess he's lucky that I get to be home a lot, so I can spend time with him, so he's not all by himself. Inspiration of Kingdom of Heaven. Well, that would be Mark. I don't know if Mark is doing any more interviews or if he wants to join me. Let's see. Quickly writing him. But we have been doing, a lot of interviews. And Mark is the guy who does the interviews in the evening. I'm more a morning person because that's when my brain still works. See, I'm getting a speech impediment by the end of the day because I'm brain farting all over the place. I wrote the lyrics for the song Rivers. The music was written by Rob, once more. He's the composer of Rivers and the Skeleton Key. He has his own style. All guys, men, epic boys have their own unique style, writing songs. And Rivers is a little bit a metaphor for, the flow of life, the ebb and tide. You have good and bad times in your life, and sometimes you feel like you're drowning, metaphorically speaking, in the river, and you have to swim against the stream. You have to fight. Do you prefer performing heavy songs or ballads? I like both, but ballads, of course, give me more space in order to do some vocal acrobatics. Are you making epic versions of new Attack on Titan songs? I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing the Attack on Titan EP. At first I was very much afraid that I might have to sing in Japanese because that would not have sounded so nicely. Then they told me they were going to translate the songs. And after they were translated, Mark and I and Koen rewrote the lyrics to adapt the lyrics to the vocal lines because there was not enough lyrics and we had to make sense of it all. Let me just scroll through. How do you inspire writing lyrics? Where do I get my inspiration from? Favorite Del Toro movie? Well, my inspiration is kind of connected also with movies, but also everyday life, my own life, and what I see happening around in the world. And my favorite Guillermo del Toro movie, it's tricky. I recently watched Crimson Peak again, even though I was not so blown away by the first 2 times that I watched it, or 3 times. I don't know, I've seen it a couple of times now, but the last time I watched it together with Oliver, and I was surprised that he didn't see it. But I liked it more. I just disagree with the casting director. Pan's Labyrinth is an amazing movie. Of course, Hellboy. Shape of Water I liked, but also I don't always agree with the casting director. But that's a personal thing. But I love also the soundtrack. I have I watched the movie a couple of times, but I also sometimes let it run in the background while I'm working on the computer because I know the movie anyway, but I don't know if anybody of you does that, to let the TV run in the background sometimes to keep you company. I'm kind of learning the mixed voice technique from you. Okay, that's cool. If Vincent is learning music, he has been playing piano for 1.5 years now, and he's getting really good. He's better than me. I actually kind of quit playing. I should get back to it. But he's really good. He gave us a little private concert earlier, and today he started composing his own songs. If I like comics, Rob likes comics. He's the collector of the band. I love the Hannibal Lecter movies. Yes, I love Anthony Hopkins. I think he's extremely charismatic, an amazing actor. And I wish I could meet him one day. I mean, I've been at the Cannes Film Festival a couple of times. I've seen some actors. And as a big movie fan, I always fangirl big time over the actors and actresses. If I use any serum for skincare, the most important thing for your skin is to also use sun protection. But I change in between many different brands of skincare. I use La Roche-Posay. I use skincare from a friend of mine called Erin Care, which is a luxury skincare brand. But it's really nice. I have very sensitive mixed skin, so I often break out in rash, and it's not nice. Ollie is waiting in the living room for me to be finished so we can watch Netflix. So I didn't get a reply from Mark. I think Kun is already asleep. Isaac's probably already asleep. Isaac just became a father of a cute little boy called Noah. So he's been busy changing diapers. And Mark is probably doing interviews. Arian is playing video games, and Rob's watching a movie. And that's what I'm going to do as well. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me, sending your questions. Keep on playing Omega, streaming our records, pre-ordering. We have so much amazing merchandise as well, different versions of the album. I will make a little video of my own Omega collection to show you what you can get, which different versions. And thank you so much for the support. Muchas gracias, obrigada, grazie mille, dziękuję. Yeah, that's it. I have to go offline. I have to go to bed. Tomorrow is another day. So thank you so much. Dankjewel. Tot ziens. Au revoir. Have an amazing weekend and keep on listening to Omega.